Hello and welcome back to the Wargamer and another conversion tutorial on how you can kit bash and model your miniatures to represent some of the Astra Militarum regiments featured in the new codex. Last time we looked at how to produce the Savalor Chemdogs, but this time we're going to be looking at the Indigan Praefects. Now the basis of our Indigan Praefects is quite clearly going to be one of the Genestealer cult neophyte bodies. In the artwork, this regiment appears to be wearing a similar body piece to that of the Militarum Tempestus, but in an effort to reduce the number of kits required for this conversion, I'm going to be using the regular body that comes with the neophyte kit. The components here in front of you that I'll be using in this conversion are taken from the Deathwatch Overkill box set. However, you could easily use some of the components from the standalone neophyte hybrid kit as well. So from either of those kits, you'll need to take the legs, the torso, and also the arms and the weapon as well. Before we start assembling any components, we first of all need to remove any vestiges of the Genestealer cult iconography. These symbols can be found in many different areas of the miniature, so make sure you do a good look over all of your components before you start assembling them. In order to remove this particular component that's been sculpted onto the body, I'll be using a hobby knife. To remove the symbol, you want to very carefully and very steadily shave away the plastic until you have nothing left of the symbol. Once you've removed any Genestealer cult iconography from the miniature, you can now start assembling it. If after removing the cult iconography from the miniature you have areas where the detail has been damaged, you can cover these areas up with some additional equipment. This equipment can be taken from the Genestealer cult sprue, or you can use some Imperial Guard equipment instead, much like the bayonet sheath that I'm using here. Once you have assembled your miniature, the next step is to add on a head. Now the head that I've used here is one of the Vanguard heads taken from the Scutari sprue. Now if you attempt to glue this head straight into the miniature, you'll find that it doesn't fit very well. This is a combination of the high collar of the neophyte body and also the lip at the rear of the helmet as well. Now the easiest way to remedy this is to remove the bottommost section at the rear of the helmet. For this, I'll be using a hobby knife to gently shave away the plastic until the head fits into the socket. However, you can easily use a hobby file for the same job. Remember to be very careful when using the blade like this and keep trying the components in the socket to make sure that it fits properly. Once enough of the helmet has been removed, the head should fit easily and naturally into the socket. Now at this stage our Indigan Praefects isn't looking very Imperial, so we need to get some Imperial iconography on him. The easiest way to fix this is to take some components from the Cadian kit, such as the equipment pouches which bear the mark of the Aquila. And with this final detail, we now have our completed Indigan Praefect. So to recap, I would recommend purchasing a box of Neophyte hybrids to act as the main components for this tutorial, and getting some Vanguard heads from a bits reseller. If you're an existing Militarum player or know someone that is, you should have no problem acquiring those final components for those last little details. If you would like to see this miniature tackled in a painting tutorial, or if you have any suggestions for other Astra Militarum regiment conversions, please do let me know in the comments below. And finally, make sure you keep an eye out for the remaining videos in this series. So with that, all that's left to say is, thanks for watching, and goodbye.